Alright, so I'm getting ready to install my drop-in stovetop, and it's going to be on this side of the counter. But the problem is I can't install it until I get my vent installed, because I want to center it on the vent, and I don't know exactly where the vent's going to go until I tear open this wall and see what kind of framing structure I have. Because I know that right here in the center of the cabin I've got a bank of 2x4s, so I don't know what the distance is going to be between this this stud and this bank of studs. So I need to tear that apart, figure out exactly where that vent's going to go, get that installed, and then I'll know where to install the stovetop. And this is gonna take quite a bit, because not only do I have to tear this out, rip a hole in the wall to put my vent, but I need to run the wires to run that vent. So I'm gonna have to snake, some wiring through the wall as well. So it's kind of a big deal, and it's something that once I start, I gotta keep going until I finish. I can't leave a hole in the wall, overnight. I have all kinds of bugs and stuff coming in. But anyway, that's what I got to get done today, so I guess let's get started. I made a complete disaster out of this place when I installed those window casings in the back and here in the front, and got it all nice and cleaned up, and now I've got to tear it all out again. So I need to remove some of these panels, and because of that I've got to remove that window casing, and I've got to move my countertop out of the way, get all of this stuff back so I can tear into that wall. So let me get that all done, and we'll take it from there. Wow, it's almost 14.5 inches. I've just about got a full 14.5 inch bay here. Maybe I'll get lucky. let me get the frame for the vent and see if that will fit in that space. It's gonna fit. I looked out. I'm not gonna have to cut into any of my studs. All right. So let me cut this out, and then I'll frame this up. Got a couple of 2x4s. Looks like I bought more than I need, but I'll need them for something else. Get that framed up, and we'll get this thing installed.
I spoke too soon.
Yep, I spoke too soon. One of the studs is turned sideways, so I'm gonna have to cut that out. But it shouldn't affect the load-bearing strength of this wall. I've got 3 studs right here next to it, so I'll just have to cut through this, and we'll get it framed up. We'll just go from there. Okay, so I've got the bottom of this 2x4 cut, and I need 14 inches, so I need to measure 15.5 up, and I've made my mark there, so I need to finish cutting the 2x4 out along that line. Okay, hopefully I can nail this without splitting it. Okay. Make sure we're still level. Still level. And I did put a little dent in here on both of these so I could run my wire so it doesn't pinch the wire. Right there. All right, let's throw this up, see if we've... Okay, that's gonna work. Okay. So this is made for 6-inch walls. This is not quite 6 inches, so I'm probably gonna have to trim some of that out, but I'm not gonna know until I cut this out. And then I've got this wire that has got me nervous. Gonna have to really be careful on that side right there. Maybe for the tough spots, I'll do those from inside using my multi-tool. Okay, took care of that problem. I should be able to get the rest with the jigsaw outside. Not sure if you can see from here, but here's my sheathing and my siding. But over here, I've got sheathing and I've got a 2x6. You can see that I cut into the 2x6 a good 3/4 of an inch, 5/8. Okay, here you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So I had to cut into that. I didn't think that this came over as far as it did, but it did. But hey, I got my hole cut. I didn't damage my wires. And I think with the frame that I can put around, I just need 3 sides, that this is going to work out. So let me pull that board out. I've got a bunch of boards stored under the cabin, and I've got a couple. I know I've got at least one that is stained black. I think it's a 1x4. That should work just fine. Yep, got one right here. Should be long enough. I think it's an 8-footer. Well, it's not quite 8 feet. Looks like it's about 6 feet, but I think that'll do. Yeah, that should work. Let me measure and make some cuts. We'll get that installed. And then we're cooking with grease. Alright, I got this installed from the outside. So now what I need to do is get this wired up, and then I can put my inside trim on. Well, then first I got to get all my panels back on, then I can put my trim in. Okay, I still need to connect up my wiring, but let's go ahead and see how this is going to look when I install this piece here. Sorry about the bright light right there. But you can see here how it's going to look. This is a manual dial to open it. It opens up quite a bit. It has, I can go in reverse or forward. So in would be reverse, it has medium and high. Out would be forward, and it has low, medium, and high. So pretty nice, actually. I'll probably be using it mostly to vent out. And when it gets warm in here, I can use that feature to draw the hot air out. And then I can open up my other window, have a fan pulling cool air in. So that'll be really nice. But I think I'm gonna call this one good. Got everything back in place. Got my vent installed. Now when I move my my countertop back into place, I'll know exactly where to cut in my drop-in stovetop. So that's going to do it for this week's video. So I'll talk to you guys later.